So I just got back from the team dinner that FIFA hosted with Visa and Square, and I found out about it through Regarding Her. Regarding Her supports women-owned restaurants in LA and DC, and they will probably take over nationwide any day now, especially after an event like this. Okay, I know the girlies in New York and Chicago and Miami and Portland and Seattle and San Francisco are like looking at their watch like, when are y'all gonna get here? Because I would be too. And it was an amazing event. Restaurants are going through it. Restaurants are going through it. We know about the thin margins. We know that people are kind of like pushing towards contactless experiences, but that's not even really the kicker with restaurants. It's the politics. It's not knowing if ICE is going to pull up and snatch up your employees. It's not knowing if there's going to be a fire that decimates your entire neighborhood in the case of Los Angeles. It's having to hire people constantly because the turnover is so short, even when you find great people. Like, restaurants are not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that they've been doing are merch, but I don't mean just putting the restaurant name on a t-shirt unless you're that girl, but really understanding the messaging and the branding of your community and making a t-shirt out of that. I met a cafe owner who has a t-shirt that says "Spread cheese, not hate," right? Like, perfect, timely, very relevant. And even if you don't know about the restaurant, that t-shirt is gonna sing, and you can really only get it at the restaurant. So having that niche community that if you know, means the price goes up. The girlies are selling $40, $50 t-shirts, and you can do that because it's not just a t-shirt that you can get from H&M. It actually really matters. So anything from hoodies to hats that is designed really well and like helps people identify their values is always going to win. And she said they're selling out. She even knows somebody that has 30% of the revenue coming from merch alone. Why is that a win? Because there is not a dishwasher, there is not a server, there is not a bartender involved in that. And that's huge because you save on labor, can bring in revenue, and can actually support your business to pay the other employees during breakfast, lunch, and dinner services. A lot of people think that moving towards AI is what's killing restaurants, but it's really not that. People do want in-person experiences. So some of the girls were doing workshops, they're doing cooking classes, they're giving their guests other opportunities to connect with one another and connect with the restaurant outside of just dinner, outside of just brunch. And people are down for it. People do spend money in times like this because we're emotional, and usually wanting to go and reach other people is what we do when we're emotional. So what does your community need more of? Are people stuck in the house? Do people feel like they're not making friends? And how can you solve some of those problems for them, whether it's a wine club, whether it's a supper, like a private dinner club, whether it's a collaboration with a corporation and kind of being a brand ambassador for them, right? Like, a lot of these restaurants have a lot of followers and a very tapped in-person community, which makes them perfectly positioned for brand deals. Like, put your influencer hat on for a minute, right? Like, could your restaurant be an influencer? Like, could you do a partnership with MasterCard? Could you do a partnership with other brands and make money? Like, so thinking outside of the box has been the through line of the conversations that I was having and the conversations that they had on the panel. I was really, really blown away by that. But the key thing, the glue that brought it all together was sharing resources, because in my case included, a lot of my clients are restaurant owners. And I was like, man, like, what a difference it made for us to just come together and say, hey, I tried this and it worked. My friend tried it and it worked. Did that, it didn't really work, but I know someone else who did it. Like, just sharing notes. Like, and the thing is everybody's story and everybody's food and perspective is so different that you can't steal anything. Like, you're in a different neighborhood, you have a different audience. It's like, you might as well just put people on game, because that's, if the restaurant industry isn't thriving, then no one can really win except for corporations. And we don't want that. Having these small local businesses is what makes a neighborhood a neighborhood. It's what makes a city a city. It's what makes a community relevant in the national scale. It's what makes, in my opinion, any place really worth living in. I personally cannot live in a city that does not have a thriving restaurant, coffee, gathering, music, art, culture. And whether or not you appreciate art as much as I do or not, it's the same for anyone who doesn't want to just live on the countryside by themselves, nobody to be seen or heard of for miles. But if you're not that, then these kind of conversations really matter. And I want to see restaurants last. I know there's been a lot of closings, but I don't know. I think this could be a really interesting phoenix rising from the ashes moment. And I'm looking forward to seeing that.